Is the fusion of man and machine too extreme? Are you a monster when you're on your bike? Who is the Gothic Gladiator? Kickstands up, hit it.
iCustom. America's sexiest custom bikes.
I'm CC Bobber, and this is iCustom. I bet you've never seen a Romanian toy maker build motorcycles. Well, we happen to have the very best of the best from the home country of Dracula. Watch out, this is something completely different.
I like aliens. I don't like to have something that everybody else has. This one is kind of like a dead warrior that an alien took over the body. That's the reason you have the rotten flesh and the metal. So the metal is the alien, the rotten flesh and the bones is the dead warrior. And that's the reason on the swing arm I have the blades coming out of the bones. Actually, believe it or not, this is real cow bone. When I finish a project, I don't like it. So I want to build it again and better and different. So once I get the bike done, and I see people around and, oh, that's nice, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I'm originally from Europe, from Romania, and it's a poor country, and we used to make our own toys, you know. So I made like hand carved made of wood. I start with that. That's the only thing that I could afford at that time, wood. I came here and I couldn't believe that actually you can buy pretty much anything. And I was fascinated. I said, I can build whatever I want here. I can't believe it. This one, I like it, but I start to get bored. So I need another one.
Wow, Claudio, my man, this is far out. Little monster whispered in my ear that the next one he's building is for the Gothic Gladiator. I can't wait to see it. Let's go on down to Mad Pitbull Designs in Arizona.
If you like it, this is what I was thinking.
No, that's fine.
This is what I was thinking on the edge. And I can still keep the crown. I can put the lion in the middle. So it will be something, of course, will be bigger. But if you can picture it, you see. And this is the lion in the back. We need to change the handlebars. So I might use copper on the shields and brass on the fender. And see, you're gonna have the helmet. If you cut it half, you're gonna have all this front. So this will be the headlight. So I used to work in a toy factory back in Romania. I had a friend that was a professional artist, and he was doing carving and all kind of nice stuff. Traditional, you know, carving, not anything crazy like aliens and stuff like that. Make sure no snakes, no scorpions inside. He agreed to show me how to do some stuff. After that, I liked it and I started doing it, and everything I learned trying. This is what I call the shaping. It's a pretty long process. I do fiberglass. It's like an artist, when he paints, he lays the canvas on a frame and then he starts to paint. So this is what I do. I just lay the canvas for my 3D work. Where I learned it from? Online. To be honest, I never had a project without cutting myself or, like you said, having blood. I like bikes. The reason I'm doing it on bikes because this is my passion. I love motorcycles. For me, this is the way I am. I can't just stay. I always have a project. I always do something because I have the ideas, I have the, I don't know, the drive, the desire to do something, you know. Do something different, come up with something new, something else. It's not the same thing, change it. Because people get bored. I mean, I don't know, I get bored. Even when you watch a movie or you just sit outside or drink a beer or do something and just an idea pops in your head and, oh, that's what I want to do. I have a hard time going to sleep, falling asleep. My wife always tells me, stop thinking. Well, I can't. I don't have an off button. Hey, turn me off. Because this is what I do and this is what I want to do. You're gonna have the running lights in the eye, the brake light in the mouth, and then we're gonna have the turn signal on the sides. That's a different project, it's secret. Because I'm a little bit more aggressive and I'm a knife freak, I came up with this idea to use like blades look alike. So when you ride, you're gonna look like you hold two swords in your hand, ready for battle.
Coming up, monster research and copper accents.
iCustom.
In our scientific research, we have found that kids who are fascinated with monsters are somehow predisposed to becoming a bike nut. So, the question is, what came first, the monster or the machine? This is what we found out.
When I was a kid in school, all I did is pretty much draw monsters, dragons, and creatures.
I was just drawing knives, swords, and stuff all over my notebooks.
I don't think I was drawing creatures and monsters, but I was acting like that.
When I get on my monster chopper, I feel like Mr. Nasty.
When you're thinking about creatures and monsters, sometimes I'd visualize myself as one of those monsters, and nothing could touch me, nothing could hurt me, and I think that's where it comes from.
And there's nothing holding me back.
I had this weird fascination with swords and maces and tanks and airplanes and bombs and things like that.
After a hard work week, you get on the bike, turn into the Tasmanian devil.
I definitely feel I've become a powerful creature.
I'm more of a monster at work.
I like that feeling, like the mystery where you're wearing a helmet and...
Get out of my way, here I come.
Well, at work, I'm like Godzilla, but when I get on my bike, it's like I have Dr. Phil in my head, solving all my problems.
I think I'm maybe something more dark and something deeper.
Go to the outer space and feel like I'm riding the bike on the end of the world.
Just feel like a badass until I take off my helmet. And then it's like, oh, it's a small Asian guy.
iCustom.
I heard that the Gothic Gladiator is getting some pretty scary looking handlebars made. Let's check it out.
Now I start to do all the detailing. I finished the lion head. I didn't have enough material for the mold. I had to add after I got the mold out because the lion came out without the teeth. This is what I was planning for the saddlebags. So this will go right here on top. I'm gonna use wider copper and I'm gonna bolt it. I'm gonna put on the edge copper. Now the tank, it's almost done. The same like the saddlebags, I have to do the fine touch-ups on it. Now this is the sit pan. You're gonna have like a lip here, just push it forward, push it down, you're gonna have a bolt here. And okay, so this is the piece that initially wanted to use it, but it's a messed up one, so we're not gonna use it. It's supposed to go here. This is what is a custom motorcycle, you know. You start working on something, you don't like it, it might look good in your head, but when you put it in practice, it doesn't look right. So keep trying. Next. So to build a bike like this, you have to go back in time and use the tools and the technology that they have. So now you can see you don't need thousands of dollars in tools to build a bike. Yeah, you just go into nature and get your workbench. So now this is the starting piece for what I'm gonna use for the fender. I'm gonna have to pound it some more until it starts to curve. So this will be like probably an hour of pounding here. So this will be the design that we're gonna put on the seat. Oh, it's a pen but doesn't have any more ink inside. So I just use the ball because it slides really nice and smooth. It's really nice and relaxing to work on leather. It's one of my favorite things to do. You start with the top piece, with the higher piece, so you can give it that 3D look. So right now, we just go along the edge, pound the outside, we pound it flat, so we have the raised edge here, the dog. And you have to be careful which line it's on top. It's relaxing, I like it. It takes time, but we are halfway done. Just sand and yeah, I need to take a break and update my status here on Facebook. Still sanding. Well, if you don't do it right, then you just waste a day or two of work and you go back from zero. And your status goes back to sanding. You run out of ideas, it just doesn't come to you. So you're thinking and thinking and thinking that it starts to hurt. So this is the point when you realize that when you build a bike and you do all these crazy details and you don't think about all the work that you have to put in sanding and prepping it, and when you get to the point, it's like, damn, why did I do it that way? Why didn't I do it simpler? You start to regret it.
Coming up, Laughing with Lexi and Hallucinatory Cycles.
Have you heard about the one with the biker and the lesbian? A biker sits in a bar drinking whiskey. A young lady sits down next to him and says, "Are you a real biker?" "Well, I spent my whole life on Harleys. My mom was pregnant with me when she rode on the back of my dad's Harley. As a little boy, I also rode on the back with my dad. And then I got my own Harley. And I've been riding Harleys ever since. So yeah, I guess I am a real biker." The young lady said, "I'm a lesbian. I spend all day thinking about women. As soon as I get up in the morning, I think about women. When I shower, watch TV, eat, everything I do makes me think of women." Then she got up and left. The biker was thinking about that when the guy next to him tapped him on the shoulder. "Hey buddy, are you a real biker? I always thought I was, but I just found out I'm a lesbian."
iCustom.
Before we head back down to Arizona to see how the Gladiator bike is coming along, I want to show you a different perspective on mixing bikes and art.
I'm Judd Turner and we're here in Eugene, Oregon. What I do here is pretty much collect found objects of different kinds and put them together to make new and unexpected things. I've done a series of pieces that are about transportation and sort of delusional modes of transportation, hallucinatory cycle pieces, and lots of other stuff. As an artist, I'm interested in the fusion of those things and showing visually how man and machine are merging. I got interested in this in the early 90s when I first saw those crotch rocket motorcycles. But the bike was so contoured to fit the human shape, and the person was leaning forward like this and just seemed to really be part of the structure of the bike. That was beautiful to me as an artist. I was always a kid who liked to make things with my hands, whether it was forts. I tried to make a wooden roller coaster when I was about 10 years old. I had some pretty funny looking characters as teachers, and take chewing gum and put it on the end of a pencil and sort of shape a head and think, okay, how can I make it look like Mr. Bliss but make it funny looking? I'd add some pencil shavings as hair and give him a little bow tie, and this was what got me really excited for social studies class, was making a little satirical sculpture of the teacher. And that was one of the early clues to me that art could be really fun, that it doesn't have to be in a gallery, an academic. Inspiration is only the very beginning part of making a piece. A lot of it is work, and is physical work, and you burn yourself and you cut yourself, and so the inspiration turns into the discipline to show up in the morning, and it is a very blue-collar job. I want it to be immediately pretty and visually engaging and to grab you right there at this level beneath words that is just visual. But I also want it to have layers of meaning that your brain can work on, sort of a secondary and third layer of what is this about, why did it happen, and to give you an aha if you want to look that far into a piece. Yeah, so the custom bike builders that are happening these days are really amazing to me. They're combining art mediums and techniques and form and function in ways that I've never seen before, and it is really exciting what they're doing and some of the outcomes that they have and the high level of craftsmanship that they're achieving. These are gallery level, museum quality pieces of art that are functional and can be ridden through the streets. And I think that some of the custom bike builders are reaching people with art in ways that the fine artists and the gallery crowd can't touch. And now there's a really high value in that. And to me, that's one of the most exciting things that art can do, is get out among the people and out of a gallery. And I think that a couple of my sculptures actually would like to bust out of the gallery setting right here and now and take a tour of the town.
Coming up, curve appreciation and the Gothic Gladiator. iCustom.
Well, hey folks, you know what they say? That the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line? Well, let me tell you what, the sexiest distance between 2 points is definitely a curve.
iCustom.
I try to create art on motorcycles because for now everybody focus on a motorcycle. I want to have people focus more on the art part of the bike, not the actually motorcycle. Use the bike like a stencil, like a canvas for the art. So you can look into my eyes. It's oil-based, so it dries a little slower. You see, if I wipe the black, the black stays inside and you have the gold on top. Break! Break! Now we are getting ready to pop this mold. You need to be really delicate, you know, because it's fancy stuff here, so just kidding. There you go. So from clay, hand carved, to mold, cast it, settle back. Takes some time, but hey, it's worth it. Finally, we got to the point that we can say the bike is done. At least I can say the bike is done. It wasn't easy. I mean, you know, even if you do something that you like, sometimes you hit, I want to quit, and that's it. These are the two parts that gave me a big problem. Actually, I just finished this like 2 hours ago. From the cardboards to actually solid handlebars, they're pretty good. I like them. The front covers, again, I did my specialty, hand carved 3D. It can be better, that's me. But for now, it's came out pretty much the way I saw it. This is the final part on the bike, the seat. It's done. Woo, yeah. Bring the cigar and the whiskey. Would you think that this bike is still legal? Yes, it is, thanks to Grip Ace system.
That's all the scary stuff we have for you this time, but there's plenty more monster creativity here at iCustom. See you soon. Peace.